Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes defeated Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu of the Bloodline in a tag team match at WWE Bad Blood. Recently, a WWE analyst pointed out that the original tribal chief has shown respect to the American Nightmare for the first time ever. As Rhodes took out Jacob Fatu outside the ring, Jimmy USO returned to fend off Tama Tonga and Tongaloa and help Reigns defeat Sikoa. When Cody returned to the ring after the fight, he had a stare-down with his partner, who seemingly nodded to him before leaving the ring with Jimmy. Speaking on his Not Sam Wrestling podcast, analyst Sam Roberts claimed the nod was a gesture of respect from the original tribal chief. The Raw Talk host also believes that it was the first time ever Reigns has shown respect for the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. They stare down. They're several feet apart from each other. Roman Reigns gives him the nod of respect, which some people will say has happened before. I believe it has not happened before. I believe that was the first time the nod of acknowledgement was an acknowledgement of respect. I'm not saying it's the first time he's ever nodded, but if we analyze the nod, that was the first time it was yep, I respect you, he said. From 11:04 to 11:30, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes could be involved in huge match at WWE WrestleMania, says Sam Roberts on the same episode of his Not Sam Wrestling podcast. Sam Roberts suggested that Roman Reigns could win the upcoming Men's Royal Rumble match to set up a first-time ever triple threat match. The Raw Talk host claimed the original tribal chief could square off against Cody Rhodes and The Rock at the Show of Shows in an undisputed WWE Championship match. Maybe Rock takes out Jimmy USO. On the way to WrestleMania, maybe The Rock has to take out Jey USO. Who knows? But, ultimately, Roman Reigns can win the Royal Rumble. The Rock can get himself in the main event of WrestleMania. And Night 2 of WrestleMania is that main event with Cody Rhodes defending his title against The Rock and Roman Reigns. And all three within that triple threat have problems with each other, he said. The Rock returned to WWE at Bad Blood after the main event. He made a cryptic gesture to Reigns, Rhodes, and Jimmy USO before leaving. It would be interesting to see if the final boss would indeed fight Rhodes and Reigns at the Showcase of the Immortals next year. Roman Reigns makes unprecedented move at WWE Bad Blood, shocking the wrestling world. The crowd at WWE Bad Blood was electric, eagerly anticipating the conclusion of a night packed with high-stakes matches, intense rivalries, and unforgettable moments. But what transpired after the main event between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins was something that no one saw coming. Analysts, commentators, and fans were left stunned as Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, did something that had never been witnessed before in WWE history. The build-up, Reigns versus Rollins. The match had been billed as one of the biggest in recent WWE history. Roman Reigns, still riding the wave of his historic reign as Universal Champion, was set to face off against Seth Rollins, his former Shield brother and longtime rival. The two men had a storied history, betrayals, alliances, championship battles, but this time, the stakes felt different. The animosity between them had reached a boiling point. Rollins wanted to prove that he was still the man capable of dethroning Reigns, while Reigns, ever the dominant force, was determined to show the world that no one could take the tribal chief down. From the moment the bell rang, it was clear that this was no ordinary match. Both men gave everything they had, Rollins with his technical prowess and high-flying abilities, and Reigns with his sheer power and calculated strikes. The match went back and forth, with both superstars taking control at various points. Near falls, signature moves, and intense sequences had the audience on the edge of their seats. As the match neared its conclusion, it seemed like Rollins had the upper hand. After delivering a devastating curb stomp, Rollins went for the pin. The referee's hand hit the mat twice, but Reigns, defying all odds, kicked out just before the count of 3. The crowd erupted in disbelief. Roman Reigns' victory, and the moment that shocked the world. Despite Rollins' relentless offense, Reigns found an opening. In a moment of pure brutality, Reigns delivered a thunderous spear to Rollins, catching him off guard and sealing the victory. The crowd, though mixed in their reaction to Reigns' win, couldn't deny his dominance. However, no one expected what happened next. Typically, after a hard-fought match, Reigns would hold his championship high and acknowledge the crowd with his signature tribal chief gestures, but tonight was different. The intensity in Reigns' eyes suggested that something unprecedented was about to unfold. After securing the victory, Reigns did not immediately leave the ring. Instead, he knelt beside the fallen Rollins, and to the shock of everyone, extended his hand. Rollins, dazed and disoriented, looked at Reigns with confusion. The WWE Universe fell silent. This was the man who had decimated his former Shield brother on multiple occasions, the man who had repeatedly declared himself superior. But now, in an unexpected gesture of respect, Roman Reigns offered his hand to Seth Rollins. Analysts scrambled to make sense of what was happening. Was this a sign of reconciliation? A symbolic gesture to close the chapter on their rivalry? Or was it a deeper, more calculated move by Reigns? Rollins, still processing the moment, hesitated. The tension in the air was palpable. Fans began to chant, urging Rollins to accept the gesture. After what felt like an eternity, Rollins slowly reached out and clasped Reigns' hand. The arena erupted in a mixture of cheers and astonishment. The image of Reigns pulling Rollins to his feet was nothing short of iconic. Analyst reaction: this has never happened before. As the two men stood face to face in the center of the ring, the WWE commentary team struggled to find words to describe the moment. Corey Graves, who had been following both men's careers for years, was the first to comment. "I've never seen anything like this," he said, his voice laced with disbelief. Roman Reigns has always been about dominance, about proving he's the head of the table. But this is something different. This is respect. And coming from Roman Reigns? That's unprecedented. Other analysts quickly chimed in. WWE Hall of Famer Booker T expressed his shock on the post-show panel. "Roman's been ruthless, he's crushed anyone who stood in his way. For him to show this kind of respect, especially to a guy like Seth who's pushed him to his limits time and time again, that's history right there. This moment just changed the landscape of WWE." Even Paul Heyman, Reigns' longtime advocate, appeared taken aback. As the camera panned backstage, Heyman could be seen watching the screen intently, his usual stoic demeanor replaced with a look of mild concern. Was this a sign that Reigns was evolving beyond his role as the tribal chief? Or was this simply a strategic move by the master manipulator? What does this mean for Roman Reigns? The gesture sparked immediate speculation about Roman Reigns' future. For years, Reigns has been portrayed as an unstoppable force, an unyielding leader who rules with an iron fist. This display of sportsmanship was a significant departure from his usual character. Could this be the beginning of a new era for Reigns? Some analysts believe that this could signal a shift in Reigns' mindset. "Roman has been on top for so long," one analyst commented. "Maybe he's realized that the key to staying there isn't just about dominance, but about respect. By acknowledging Seth Rollins, he's sending a message to the locker room. He may be the tribal chief, but even he can recognize greatness in others." Others, however, are more skeptical. "This could be part of a bigger game," another analyst argued. "Roman Reigns is always thinking 5 steps ahead. He could be trying to play Rollins, to get inside his head for future battles." The aftermath: as Reigns left the ring, he didn't look back. Rollins stood in the center, visibly emotional. The moment had clearly affected him, just as it had affected the entire WWE universe. What happens next between these two remains to be seen, but one thing is for certain: WWE Bad Blood will forever be remembered for the night Roman Reigns did something no one ever expected. In the world of sports entertainment, unpredictability is king. And Roman Reigns, with one simple gesture, proved once again why he is the most compelling figure in WWE today. The Tribal Chief's legacy continues to grow, And now, it includes a moment of unprecedented respect that will go down in history as one of the most shocking and significant in the modern era of wrestling.